So, we have more important things, though, because you tickled my fancy with your talk about dead animals.
Fancy.
Wow, of course that would tickle your fancy.
It does.
Your fancy being your penis, because you turned on my roadkill.
Yeah, and that's why I tickled it.
Ooh.
Fucking
Yikes.
I didn't get to explain it.
I just figured our subs were slow.
Yeah. Subs are slow.
Listen here, you bellissimo. Mama.
Bellissimo, son of a mama.
Fire.
So Alex was saying just a moment ago that he went into like his washing machine and his cat was in there.
You went into his washing machine?
Well, yeah, like he has a big walk-in.
There's a walk-in washing
machine, and then he's like, "Oh, the cat's here
and
too." This is awkward.
he left the cat in, so I wanted to hear more about what happened.
He's gotta make sure not to go in there like pre-cycle, like post-cycle. He's gotta give a little bit of time for the room spinning. He's
That's
Yeah.
how you soften the cat. You permanent press.
Fluff dry.
My cat just fell over and died.
Was it like?
Yeah, it was on our couch, and then there was a thump, and it like either jumped off or fell off the couch, and then like had a seizure, and then died.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
sad.
so
You're
it's
saying
like,
it like with a smile and laughing, and I was just like, "Oh,
He's got that
no."
smile right
But no, it's very
Bellissimo.
weird because like I don't know about you guys, but I've had pets like all the time, always growing up, like a bunch of animals all the time. We've never had a cat. Like we've had cats that just like go outside and then just like don't come back. I guess because they get like attacked by coyotes or cars or whatever.
Coyote cars.
See, Polly beats up coyotes.
And cars. I swear, I heard some person driving down the road, and they had to stop, and they honked.
Get away
I guarantee it was him in the middle of the road, not moving. He's an
asshole.
He's always
He's a
like,
straight
he'll
up
do that.
asshole.
Well, they try to pull out, and he'll be in the way, like, no, I'm not gonna let you go. I can see it's you. You won't run me over. Fucking stupid cat.
He's such an asshole.
But no, like pets usually like there's something like they usually get sick or whatever, and you have to take them to the vet, and then they get put down or whatever. But this cat was just like
cured.
Or cured, but like usually when they get really
Or
old, it's like
resurrected.
there's just nothing you can do. They just
Today's
die. 'Cause
podcast,
they're old.
we're bringing
But this
out
cat
this
just
cat.
like fell over and just died, and it was like, what? That's not a thing that happens. Like it was very bizarre. Like I've never even known anybody that's died before. Like I've never been to a funeral or anything.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
I had a very like.
You must live a
sheltered-ass
really
life.
happy,
Dude,
wonderful
it's great.
life.
Well, that was
I like
me
rules.
until, like,
Until
I
it
guess
all
a year
hits.
ago.
It's gonna hit
Now,
Alex.
so-
Yeah, right.
Time.
They're all gonna die. In a
He'll be like,
plane
he can't go
crash.
to one funeral because he's got another funeral he's got to go to. He's gonna have so many.
You'd be so full on cheap sandwiches and shitty Kool-Aid.
But no,
Does
it's
it not have relatives or something?
honestly, I don't.
Oh,
I really don't.
My relatives just never died.
you were just like asexual birth.
My mom's got a brother, and my dad's an only child, so there's like
Oh,
no
okay.
extended.
Yeah,
family
that
at
actually
all.
would
Yeah, like
really limit you.
both my parents have like 8 siblings.
Mhm.
So.
My mom has 4 siblings.
My family just missed.
And they all have chronic neurological diseases, so they'll die early. I'll get it out of the way
Killed,
before I'm like
missing.
40.
Like
But
a
yeah, people
Spartan.
always talk about going, oh, I'm going to a family reunion. There's gonna be like 100 of us or whatever. I'm like, Jesus, like what? How do you remember that many people?
I'm
like,
blacking out.
holy
I
shit.
don't remember
Jesus
most people.
Christ, man.
You guys ever go to friends' family reunions?
No.
No.
Is there
I go to the
That would
Hubris.
be cooler than my
I
own
would love to go
family
to a
reunion.
friend's
for
I went
sure.
to yours, Alex.
Family reunion?
I don't know if it was a
I feel like
reunion,
no. I
but
think
I
you
went
went
to,
to
like,
my
Ron-
parent, Ron and
yeah.
Mom's wedding
Yeah, that's the one I went
because
to.
there was like hundreds of people there. I don't
Yeah,
even
that
know
was-
who was there, but yeah, you would have been at that. I think.
Yeah,
So.
Cool.
You got drunk with them too. It was crazy. You were like 14, maybe younger.
you know, man.
You
It's hardcore.
Yeah, I drink a lot of
on a
weed.
regular basis.
Drink a
Drink
lot
so
of
much
weed.
I
weed.
inject
man.
weed.
But yeah, like you said, some people don't feel sad. It makes sense saying like it's dying at home and suddenly is better than either alternative.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
That is weird. Like, but I guess it must have just had something wrong with it that you don't notice, right?
Well,
Like,
it was
if has-
it was old, and so it either
like-
probably had like a severe heart attack or like maybe like a brain aneurysm or something. I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing that can happen to you when you get old. But
That's how I want to go. I want to be
Right.
on a couch, brain aneurysm, slam the floor, die.
You're on a couch. The floor is right there.
Surrounded by friends.
Surrounded
You're
by
not your
surrounded
friends.
by friends.
We probably continue the podcast and deal with you after. Though.
But we think you're faking it. You already said you would now, so you'll
just a
keel
fake-
I
over.
didn't say I'd fake
You're such a
it.
fake person.
He said he'd really.
No,
he
but
said he
you
wanted
said
it
you
to
You said
happen.
you wanted to have.
You're a fake hater.
Dude, imagine if your cat got up and was like, "It's just a prank, bro." Just a prank.
The final one.
Yes, found a way.
actually, if you want to know that they're actually dead, you have to fucking touch their eyeball.
What? No, you don't.
Well, I mean, you can see.
This
Why
thing
do
is
you
one of
feel
like
like it's
the
dead?
jellyfish you gotta be peed on.
Yeah,
Like,
because it's very hard to like tell a cat like find their pulse and stuff, so you can see if they're like not breathing or anything. But like the way to like make 100% sure whatever is do something.
Oh,
where
so if
there's
they're
an
still breathing but they're
involuntary-
dead.
an involuntary bottom. No, because you can be like breathing but like hella shallow, right? So
Yeah.
it's very hard to tell, especially if they're furry and shit, right? So you have to do something that's and will cause an involuntary response,
So they'll blink or something.
like or yeah, they're stuff.
I think this is
Dilates
just
or
a
whatever.
dude wanted to poke a cat's eye once. He's like, we have to do this.
Just an asshole.
But yeah, we had a little. She's buried now in the
Oh.
backyard.
She didn't get cremated like some of
You
your
have a
other
cat
pets?
graveyard?
Hello?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it.
she
got
can
a
get
cat
stolen
graveyard.
I
too.
really don't know
Pet
how
graveyard.
it decides like this cat's getting buried and this one's being cremated.
Well, maybe because the last ones after being cremated were stolen,
Were
so
stolen,
you
yeah,
just didn't want to
maybe.
have that risk.
Someone's
Oh,
coming
man.
at your backyard and digging it up. I
Grave
swear.
robber.
That's cool because your dead cats can haunt the robbers. So,
Would a
Like,
robber-
that happens in The Sims.
Would a grave robber who stole a cat corpse be a cat burglar?
Meow.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it.
And we're done here.
Bad joke in the podcast.
Does anybody else have a story of a thing that happened to them this week?
I just said something really funny. I was trying to tell Alex about it,
Oh,
but I got
yeah.
the wording wrong. When we were leaving last week, me and Nick, we were heading out, and Alex's roommate was just sitting there, and he talks to us when we're on
He
our
tries
way.
to talk to us.
Yeah.
He
Literally
tries to make
He
conversation.
tries,
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
And we're
No.
so much better than him.
better.
No, we haven't even done
No, he
that.
was saying hi as we were leaving, and then he was just telling us about like something that happened earlier.
He
the
always
day
asks
for
me
him.
for cigarettes.
But no, he said he was driving and his friend was driving him in his car, and he said, yeah, no, I was driving. My friend was driving in his car, and yeah, he made me listen to Meatloaf for the whole ride. And then Nick just said the stupidest thing. He's like, we see him make you eat meatloaf. And the whole week I was thinking about that, just laughing about every single time.
I forgot about it, to be honest, and it looks like, what did you say? What meatloaf in the car? And I was like, what?
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I thought it was so dumb.
That's
so funny.
amazing. Oh goodness.
I want a friend who would do that. Who would give you a ride somewhere, but they're like, look, the only way,
Meatloaf the entire
the entire time,
The entire way.
you both must be full.
Oh. It depends if it's good meatloaf or not. Like if it's garbage meatloaf, I don't want
Meatloaf's
it.
bad.
I don't think I've ever had meatloaf, but it does not sound good.
You know what's funny? Fruitcake's bad, right?
I
think
don't
we-
know.
It depends.
Uh,
I've had some good
I've
don't
only
know.
fruit.
had bad fruitcake. It's only
If
been
it
like
had-
pretty mediocre.
Only one fruit. Like if it was.
What is it? What is
I think
apple-
you're a bad
is it
fruit.
No, you apricot. No, fruitcake. Sorry, apricot fruitcake. Fruitcake is not just a cake with fruit. It's a specific type of cake made with
Wait,
like.
I thought it was
all
like
the,
angel
it has
cake,
all the
but
little
with, like,
colorful
fruit in
bits.
Yeah, it's like
Is it
with,
all the
like
different
yeah.
fruits?
Some of them have like fruit peel in them, like citron
Ugh,
peel.
zest.
Sometimes of them. But yeah, they have
Zesty cake.
they're usually bad, but apparently like there's like this store that sells
is
like
good
fruit
fruit
cakes
cake.
that are like aged for years and stuff. Like fruit cakes are very
Who wants
fancy.
a caged fruit
The only
cake?
reason they discovered that you can age fruitcakes in
Nobody
was eating them.
Nobody was eating
They're
them.
just leaving them in the
They found
freezer
them.
for like 30 years.
And
It's
eventually
like,
someone
shit, our
grabbed it, they're like,
investment has come
"Whoa,
up."
this is so good
Fine
now that
wine.
it's aged.
You get a big cake you can have for every birthday.
That's funny. I like that observation.
You have to find us some aged fruitcake and we'll try
I
it.
totally forgot fruitcake existed. Like it's been like 3
To be
years
honest,
since
I have
I've
no
ever
idea
like,
what the hell you
seen
guys
a
are talking about.
fruitcake.
When I think
Yeah,
of
it's
fruitcake, I
like-
think of like angel cake with like.
No, fruitcake.
I think if to be familiar with fruitcake, you really just gotta have like white
It's not
grandma.
delicious though. It's
It's okay,
plain.
it's
It's
boring.
boring.
Wait, what?
A white grandma.
I
'cause,
mean,
like,
I have. Yeah,
I have white grandma,
not
but
anymore.
no fruitcake. I don't
It's
think.
like the meatloaf of cakes.
Yeah,
like in a
essentially.
The band or the singer? Or the,
Both. They're both shitty.
can. Both of cakes.
like a cake out of hell.
In the dead
It'll be
of
still be in the freezer when the morning comes.
What were we talking about right before?
Freezer?
Right
freezer.
before meatloaf.
That's all.
Nothing. We
Yeah,
were
that's
talking about it.
literally-
There was
You
no
just
no
asked-
natural
I asked if
segue.
anything happened to
Yeah,
I like
there's
it.
no
Yeah, I
natural
like
segue.
how if anything happened to you this week, and all it is
Speaking
something
of
Nick
fruit-
said.
Something Nick said
last
Last
week.
week.
And it's just been staying with you all week.
Yeah, that's like the most memorable thing, I guess.
I have no
suppose.
ultra long story that doesn't mean anything this week.
Man,
What? Damn it!
Oh man.
You depend on that.
I just say I'm dating a criminal and that's it.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Like in
Allegedly.
Australia, or
Allegedly.
just like an actual criminal.
Oh no, the Australian saw my relationship status and decided to stop talking to me.
Oh, I didn't even know there was one. It was just.
I told
just
you about the
criminal.
Australian.
No. Was she upside down?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
She was the one who wanted to take me to New York and stuff like that.
What?
You had some
you about that
weird
year,
girls
that
in
was
your
weird.
life.
Weird girls.
Why did they want to take you to New York?
I don't know. She wanted to go on a very long date.
Take me to New York. The rest of your life.
That long?
I don't care where we are. As long as I'm fucking, I don't care. But like,
Yo, Maddie,
That's Maddie's
get in this
tombstone.
Yeah.
room size Washington.
Yo, as long as I'm banging bronze.
Let's bring him
Yo, man.
Come to the Gaza Strip,
Yeah,
we'll hook up.
he does a missile over your head.
Tell my
He's like,
boys I'm banging a bra.
Banging a bra.
but yeah, like with
I was banging a broad abroad.
with my new
As a
girlfriend,
broad
it's
thing
kind
to
of
do.
it was a weird situation because it's like, you know how like when you see an attractive girl and you completely forget everything bad that she's ever done.
No.
Usually, there's lots of attractive girls I see where I'm like, wow, I can think of all the bad things you have done.
Yeah. with me, I have this thing. Where,
You're good at bad girl. Bad boy.
with
You
me,
just see a hot girl and suddenly you're pointing out every flaw. And it's like, I bet
Naughty.
you disappoint your parents.
with this, like, I have this thing where if a girl's attractive enough, I'll just ignore all the bad stuff and just be like really supportive. So she was telling me like, oh yeah, I used to be like into like.
What if she's got like two other human heads like stapled to her shoulders?
If they're as long as they're both hot.
As
That's,
long as
that's
attractive.
physical attraction though. That's different.
Okay.
So she was like, yeah, you know, I used to be into like crazy hard drugs and like 2 years I was a really hard drug addict and I have like 4 charges against me and I'm going to court next week and I was like, I love you, please sleep with me. And now we're dating.
Wow.
There you go. Is that the opening?
This is
scene?
the chick
Maddie,
with
can
4
you confirm
couches?
if she committed those crimes? Just for the camera.
Look into the lens over there.
Would you say that
You're gonna go
that
above
a
the
deal
camera.
was made between
Yeah.
these two
Yeah.
parties?
We've got all the documents
I
right
don't
here.
recall.
I don't recall. I don't recall.
Man, I was drunk.
Please
I don't
defend.
remember.
Please
Oh yeah,
defend.
but it was like she's actually a really cool person. But like aside from all
Yeah,
this,
she sounds
Besides
great.
the crime.
no, she's like
She
aside.
sounds perfect for you.
She's like recovering and like she's actually a super
I'm a
nice
recovering
person.
criminal. I like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not like my mom. Like I told my mom about it. My mom was like, "Well, I had nowhere to go on that. I can't even disapprove because she's married like a guy who's been arrested every single decade of his life. He's been in prison every decade of his life,
If he was like 9.
except for his first decade.
Oh,
The second
cool.
decade,
Hard time in
his second day in
Hard
prison
time
at
in
19,
daycare.
prison at like 27, then prison at 38 or something. It was stupid.
So she's
I was
like a
gonna say he was
recovering
almost
criminal.
getting better every time.
She's a recovering criminal. So like, is it kind of like you could do a thing with like methadone, but like you're starting
just
out
do
murdering,
So, like,
so you're like,
like-
now I just need to litter a bit.
Let's say if it's like stealing something, she goes around the stores and grabs a battery pack and just walks around the store being like, I'm stealing this right now. And she can put it in her pocket, but before she leaves, she puts it back.
Oh yeah,
It's
just
like you get a little bit
real
of
the
I'm
steal.
stealing something, and then
Yeah.
you put it back.
I guess.
Yeah, little crimes like jaywalking, stuff like that.
I just imagine her doing that, just giggling all the way across the street.
I just don't know how efficient our justice system is yet, because apparently she has a curfew, and she's been like 4 nights this week. We've been out till like 3 a.m. just doing.
Well,
work.
what? It's not like there's
enforced anyway.
ankle
It can't be
bracelet or
enforced,
cops watching her.
Yeah, she's like, I'm kind of on house arrest. I was like, where's your fucking ankle bracelet, and why are you here? Like, she's like, no, it's a
just called
curfew.
being grounded.
Yeah, it's just if you get caught
Yeah.
doing something else, then it's like you're fucked doubly.
Yeah, and then I drove her home. Like, I picked her up at 4 a.m. on Saturday night. No, Friday night, because I finished work, and then she was like, oh, I'm drunk and I want to go home. So I pick her up, and then she's texting her friend because her friend apparently has a bunch of her stuff, and apparently her friend's texting her at fucking 4 a.m. saying, I have your stuff. She's like, okay, cool, great. When I get home, I'll see if I can take my mom's van and come grab it. I'm like, well, okay, so there's like 5 billion reasons why that's a horrible idea. First of all, you're drunk, so you can't. Second of all, not your vehicle. Third of all, you're already way past your curfew. Fourth of all, who the fuck is up at 5 a.m. to give you your shit? Like,
No, fifth.
Preach! Keep going. Give me a 5. Give me a 5.
What if they just work
Give
the
me a
night
5,
shift,
and
dude?
then you're gonna give me
What if
5.
that's just
I was
what
gonna
you
give you a
man?
4. And
No! Give
Um,
me a 5.
fifth of all, I want to bang, so we're going home.
Give me 5.
So we're going to the Gaza Strip, motherfucker.
She was all like, no, I totally can. I really want to get my stuff. I'm like, you can get it tomorrow. She's like, I won't be able to get it tomorrow. You can get it another day, but today is a really bad idea. Like, I'm not taking, like, I swear to God, I'll take you to my house so you can't drive away. Like,
Oh,
She's on your house arrest.
the implication.
the implication was horrible. Really, I just didn't want her to get
Now she
arrested and
could
sent to
leave,
prison.
but she won't.
It's my house or prison. Which one's worse? Okay, arguably my house, but let's go with
We both got bars.
yeah.
I'm sorry.
His house has bars. His house is a rapper. Dude. House in the house. Yo,
Boy, house.
sweet rap name would be House MC.
There's a guy.
Like House
I was
MD.
listening to a guy on. I was listening to Fetty Wap's mixtape, and there's a guy featured on one of his songs called House Party.
That's
It's the worst like artist name ever. House Party.
I've been doing this thing because I don't know, toads make me laugh and I like toads, and so at work.
Toads or regular toads?
That's rude.
Both.
That's a rude way to talk about your mom. Let's just say.
What?
Oh! Your mom's fire today.
All I
Mom's
was
a toad.
mom.
That's what I was saying.
My mom is not a toad.
Your mom's totally a toad.
Now listen here. My mom ain't no toad.
She a false
She's
toad?
a false toad. Yeah, she's a frog. No, I just we have a whiteboard at work for like a quote of the day type thing, and I just like writing dumb ones.
Yes,
on
you've
it.
told you.
Which
You've
I do.
told
I
me
love the
3 times
whiteboard.
on
I
the
love the
podcast.
whiteboard. And
I
anyway,
don't even remember, so this is a new story.
I've
for
just
me.
been putting up toad ones recently. Everything's been toad related, and people are starting to notice. They're like, "Why are these all toad quotes?" And then someone asked today. Someone asked today. They're just like, "Why? What's with the toads? Like, who keeps putting up toad quotes?" And then another guy I was working with, he says, "Go and ask the Toad Master." And I'm like, "Yo, I'm the Toad Master." So if I ever have a rap career, I'm definitely going by Toad Master. Yeah.
You got bars from head to toad.
Hey. Yeah, that I don't know. I put out a tweet of it earlier today because I thought it was funny that I totally by accident said someone was talking mad shit about toads, which you just don't do. They're like, oh, they're all bumpy and slimy, and I was like, there's nothing wrong with a little bump and slime. Totally not like deliberately as an R. Kelly reference, and then I was just like, whoa, that's dope. And so that one's going up toad.
That's toad.
That's toad.
Toad's going up.
Toads, man. I told you once.
You should make like a whole Toad album.
I
told you once, I told you twice.
Yeah.
I told you twice. Yo, you're nice. You're not a frog. You are a fraud.
Ooh.
Frog.
False.
Yeah, false
God,
False god and false frog.
Anything else cool happening anywhere? I
No.
went to the club last night.
I saw your Snapchat. There was like,
Oh yeah!
I
forget. What did I put up?
well, it was crazy. You were like, whoa, and there were chicks, all naked chicks, like 30 of them behind you, and they're like, and I was like, whoa!
They were making that sound. I remember.
And then
One
you're
of them
like,
was a
I have a
toad.
daughter in here.
I was like with my daughter, and I was watching Snapchat, and it was like, oh my god!
And you had to come.
Someone told me to stop being weird.
But I said, fuck you,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
the
a fair
Toad
thing to
Master.
say to somebody.
Did you see the video, the Haji and Tyler video?
No.
Okay, so if anybody who's familiar with Odd Future, recently at their camp flog-gnaw like carnival type thing they have going on, Haji Beast, one of the rappers in the group, called out the main guy Tyler and was like, blah blah, he's a fraud, blah blah, he's a fake, like so it's just like you don't know how many niggas you left behind, like blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, well, it's just Odd Future beef. I guess Odd Future's not gonna be a thing anymore, whatever. But then they posted an Instagram video. It was just apparently everyone's like, oh my goodness, the beef's over. So like it's Haji Beats and Tyler in the video, and he's just like, Tyler told me to stop being a little bitch, and I said okay. And then they did handstands.
Okay, so
What
it's
does
like
that
a
have to do with
publicity
anything?
stunt.
And also, that's
I was like, did you guys not see that video?
Like, how did you not see that video?
Yeah.
I
It's
didn't
so
see it.
good.
And
And,
he lied. He said he didn't have any stories that were inconsequential.
It wasn't long. It was short.
It was
It was
short.
short and
It was
sour,
short.
but still
It was
short.
short.
But speaking of handstands, that brings me back to the club last night. So
You get a
okay,
handstand at the club?
I've been working on doing handstands.
Yo, did you get a
just for little-
handstand in the bathroom?
Damn!
Sick.
That's some
It
toad
was from
shit,
an
man.
Australian too. It was upside down. It was all kinds of
So it
weird.
was just like a not
It was
handstand?
just it was right side up.
You get a handstand from an Australian.
But I've been working on doing handstands for a little while because my friend has a goal of doing a freestanding cake stand, which would be like super cool, I think. And so I was gonna try that too. And so I'm
What is
a
that?
cake stands where you're like
No one's-
upside
Oh,
down.
keg
like-
stand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no one would be holding your
stand.
legs.
Yeah, me too. I thought
Oh,
that
sorry,
too.
yeah,
It was
keg
like a
stand.
kickstand without a bike kind of thing.
Yeah, like with
In Australia, keg stands, they just hold the keg over their head. I might be able to say that. I might.
And so I was doing handstands before we went and stuff, and then we're pre-drinking just a little bit, and for some reason we're just goofing around, and someone started like acting like they were skipping. It was like a dance move. I'm like, that's sick, and then we started pretending to double dutch, and then we went, okay, as soon as we hit the club, we have to double dutch on the dance floor, and like everyone will get super hype. And so sure enough, we end up there, and once a whole like circle starts, there's a black dude and a brown dude in the middle, and they're just like ripping it. They got like the sickest moves, like everyone's cheering them on and stuff. They start leaving it, and I just tap my friends. I'm like, it's double dutch time. And so they push me in the middle, and they're like on the side doing this, and I'm jumping up and down. As soon as everyone understood, they got so hyped to it. I'm just like, yeah, but.
And then you invite people to jump in, and then you switch out, and they come in, and
That
you
was sweet. Yeah, and I'd sing songs like Sally had a scooter.
Squash!
Sally had a squaw. But then naturally, since I'm getting so much attention and I'm getting hype, I took it a little too far, and I was like, I can do a handstand now.
Oh, no.
This is like deep on drinks. So I'm like jumping up and down to it, and I'm like, let's just go. And I flip over to a handstand, but I'm drunk, and the floor's slippery because there's beer on it and stuff. And so I do it, and then I fall like right away and slam my shoulder on the ground.
You fell forward, or like,
I think I kind of tumbled. I think I started falling sideways, and then my arm just bent, and I just landed right on this shoulder on the ground.
did everyone
And
laugh
so,
at you like they should have?
sort of, no, like they just popped me back up to my feet, and I'm like, yeah, and everyone's like, yeah, and then we just kept going. It was good. But
Robin's like, yeah.
I woke up this morning, and I looked at my shoulder. It was all blue when I was at work. I'm like, how did this happen? Like, I had no
The
idea
floor was badly painted.
until... No, it's a bruise.
You said blue.
Yeah, bruises. Get the blues.
Floor was badly painted.
Is it still bruised?
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's just like it's a really small blue spot. But like,
It just chipped off and like
Yeah,
stuck to your shoulder.
No, just I'm blue is playing.
so yeah, it was, and I couldn't remember until we started. It was cool though.
I played categories recently, and my sister's boyfriend.
At the club?
Yeah, at the club, everyone's like, these black guys, brown guys were dancing in the middle.
Everybody gets so
there's
like,
that.
Boy, let's get in.
Playing categories at the club would be fucking dope because everybody would be like really into it, and then the timer would go, and then we go, oh! 'Cause I get scared every time. The timer goes ding.
I'm pretty sure that's perfection.
No, literally.
No, categories has
Oh,
like
does
a
it do that
timer
too?
every
Oh,
round,
okay.
and then it scares the crap out of me every time. it goes
Perfection
off.
would be great in the club. Everyone's just placing it in until they pop. And then
But yes,
you
it
just
does
go
sound the
nuts.
same as
The only time I've ever enjoyed like my time at a club was I was in Vancouver and we were at this place called Cabana. It's super tiny, probably about the size of this room. It's super tiny for no reason, and really expensive, also for no reason. I got a rum and coke. It was like $8. It was stupid.
Yeah, $7.
But in the middle of the club, like it was a bunch of guys who don't really go to clubs. We were all from Student Works Painting. We're all huge nerds, so we don't really do anything. We decided to take our phones and we stuck them in the middle.
Can't be that smart, nerds, if you're in a pyramid scheme.
Fair. It's not a pyramid scheme, but
Did you guys do the human pyramid on the dance floor?
it just has a poor royalty system.
Anyway,
So we did was took our phone. One of us took our phone. I didn't know what was going on, but my friend put the phone in the middle of the circle that people were dancing around. I was like, "What is he doing? Just putting a phone on? Someone's gonna step on that. It's a horrible idea." And then the song drops, and he gets down and starts playing 2048 in the middle of the circle. And I was just like, "Oh!" It was great. Played 2048 in the club. It was a good time.
It's like at least a big phone.
It was
Like
it
an
was
iPad.
iPhone.
iPhone. Just an
I
iPad.
badly club would have been.
No, but we were playing categories. We were playing for a guy that never played before. So you know, like you get the suggestions. The first one that we ever got was boys' names, right? So it's like they start with what? So the letter was S. So where everyone's doing our rounds, and we're like, okay, because there's a bunch of different things to do, right? And then we get it, and we're like, okay, what's your boy's name? And everyone's like, Sean, or like whatever, right?
Oh, no.
And then we get to the second one, and it's like cities, and he's like, what? So what he had done is fucking he wrote
boys'
12
names.
boys' names.
Yeah.
Start with S. So we just had him read us off every round. It was amazing. There was like it was like things that mix well. He's like suck me. I don't know, it was just so fucking. It was awesome. It's Sean and then Sean spelled different.
Sean.
Yeah.
Wait,
Jason.
Categories.
You never played categories?
No.
Categories is a pretty fun game. I could bring it over if we could play it.
Categories is fucking fun. I have it too.
It's you have a die that has every letter of the alphabet on it, you roll it, and that dictates the beginning letter of the word you write, and it gives you all these categories that you have to write a word for each category.
How does a die have every letter on it?
26.
Because it's
26-sided die?
Yeah.
I guess that's an even number.
How does that...
Well, I don't know
like
if that
basically
technically
a
is.
It doesn't
sphere.
matter.
Well,
You
yeah,
can
it'll
still
be
make it, as long as
13
you
little blobs on top and 13 on the bottom, so it's just a weird, like...
No, it's
No,
like
actually,
it's like an
that would not
octa.
work.
It's like an
Like, I don't know if you've ever seen
octahedron.
Dungeons and Dragons dice, like 20-sided die.
Yeah,
It's
have you
just
ever
like,
seen a
yeah, you
20-sided
got
die?
20-sided
No.
die. And so 26 would only be 6 more. It's a little weird. It's kind of like a marble,
26
but
is
I can bring it in for
More
show
than
and tell.
20.
We can do a show and tell podcast. I'll bring the 26-sided die.
That's neat.
It's
I
actually
think
pretty
that's
cool.
cool.
I think you already told. We just need to do a show. Wait, show and tell stories.
Yeah, do you guys?
show and tell.
I remember
don't
like
think
one
I did
time in
show
grade
and tell.
2, my older sister, she's such a dick. She like, told me she found like a treasure map, in her backyard, buried in her backyard, and gave it to me.
Yeah, I was in the back.
And
of
I
the-
thought it was real, and it was something she made.
I want to see
obviously,
what
'cause it
Nick was
stupid.
going
I was gonna say the American Independence. What is it called? The
Oh,
the Declaration of
Declaration of
Independence.
Independence is buried in
That
that
was
backyard.
treasure. Go back to Nick's story.
But no, I'm basically done. Like my sister had put like a bunch of like hints on treasure maps leading to each other, like buried throughout my backyard, and I thought they were real. And I brought it to show and tell. I was like, "Those real treasure maps."
Oh God.
No. I'm sorry, Luke.
But
Oh man.
I was extremely gullible.
Yeah.
Like even now, I'm pretty gullible.
let's go
Like,
plant some
You trust
sugar
your
mattress.
Yeah. Trust your
yeah, how am I
DNA.
so gullible? I didn't fall for that.
It was a good experience.
It was a good experience in losing lots of money.
Yeah, but I lost lots of money because I wasn't good at it.
That's what they tell you.
Yeah.
No, there were a lot of people who made quite a bit of money.
I'm sure there
And
were.
Yeah,
There are
at the top.
in any-
Yeah.
No, like,
And then a lot of people.
There's like all the franchisees, and we all like it's the people who made a lot of money were
And
just the
the
people
P.
who worked their asses off like super hard.
Yeah.
Because the royalty on a job is 30%.
Yeah, and the royalty was the pharaoh at the top of the pyramid.
But now, like I was talking to a franchisee today.
Wait,
because-
pharaohs aren't at the tops of the pyramid?
Could be.
Like, that's just a big point. They don't just like chill up at the top of the
They have to sit there.
like all the time.
They're in the
They're
highest
always
room
just
at the
up there at the
top.
top of the pyramid,
They're like the
just
spinning-
sitting there
the
very
wings.
uncomfortably
penthouse.
They're
Hands
gaping on top of the pyramid.
and vaping.
Gaping and vaping.
Yo, it's your boy Pharaoh Babe.
Pharaoh Babe with the cape.
But yeah, like I was talking to one of the franchisees today, and we were just talking. We were like, "Student works was a dumb idea, right?" He's like, "Yeah." It's like, because apparently, because the thing that we didn't really clue into was, first of all, there was a charge for quitting. Yeah. There should be no charge for. That's why I didn't quit, because there was a charge for quitting.
That's like the telltale. That's
I would have owned like
that's
$2,000
pyramid
for
scheme
quitting.
thing.
2,000?
Yeah, as soon as you sign
That's
the paper,
how
it's
pyramid
1,500. And then it increases as you go on.
Seriously?
It's pretty bad. But then, so then we kept, so that, I don't know, I just kept going because I didn't want to pay $1,500. I thought it was going to go well. And then we were thinking, like, as soon as you make your account, as soon as the summer starts, they essentially debt your account $10,000, and then you make that up with your
Did they make
production.
you at a Starbucks?
For like all your supplies and stuff.
Did they meet you at a Starbucks?
Like no.
Okay.
Oh, that's bad.
That's not a pyramid scheme.
You get the good ones. The good
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Right. So.
Calvin, what have you been up to?
Hard to balance.
I went to a concert.
What
recently.
concert?
It's Gogol Bordello. I don't know if
I
you
know
guys
Gogo,
ever-
but yeah, Gypsy
Yeah.
Rock.
Yeah, I went to that.
Did
Or
they
Gypsy
rob
folk,
you? Did they
whatever.
steal your shit?
Punk, Gypsy Rock.
Gypsy Punk,
Did they scam you?
Was it a $10 donation for the
Um,
death?
like the most popular song.
At a concert?
They're very energetic and fast-paced, and they go.
Crazy. I was like right at the front, so the mosh was just like literally like just against my back the entire time. It was actually kind of just unpleasant.
What was that? You went to a concert where a guy was dangling on a balcony?
Oh, that was Mac DeMarco. That was at Union
Oh, yeah,
Hall,
he's
like,
nuts.
Yeah, Marco was insane. I heard.
It's so weird how hype his shows are when his music's just like...
He played like Metallica. He just started
Yeah.
playing Enter Sandman, and I was like, okay,
Wow.
cool, dope.
Oh, since we're talking about shows, funny story that I was playing a show last Friday. I was playing a show last Friday, and then I played my set, and then afterwards some guy came up to me and said, "Hey, my friend wants to talk to you about something." I was like, "I don't know who the fuck you are. You're kind of weird." Like he looked like he had.
Stop being weird.
Yeah, stop being weird. He looked like he had like autism or something. So I was like, "Okay, I'll talk to your friend, whatever." So that
It's not a super visual thing, but
his whole demeanor and body language. I'll get to the fucking point. Just hold up 2 seconds.
His face was like.
Yes, it was like that. So then I went over to talk to his friend, and it's this nice lady, her name's Angelina. She was like, "Hey, I'm opening up a venue a couple blocks down, and I want you to organize a monthly hip hop show for it." I was like, "That's really cool, awesome." And then we were talking about hip hop or something, and then she was like, "Guess what my favorite hip hop album is?" And I was like, "There are so many hip hop albums, like no."
Tight pants.
I was like, "Tight pants, highlights my tongue." Yeah. But yeah, I was just like, Illmatic. And she was like, "Oh my god, how'd you know?" I was like, "Because that's
Now
the
you
most
have to
obvious
kiss me.
pick.
that's such an obvious pick, right?" So I was
Yeah.
like, "Okay." And then the guy, this is where the funny bit happens. The guy comes over, he's like, "Illmatic? By who? Nas?" "Oh man, let me write that down. Hey bartender, you got a pen?" He's like, "Do you have a piece of paper?" And he's like, pulled out the pen and paper, and the girl's like, "No, I'll just tell you later. Like, it's okay. We're all good." And then they were telling me a story about how he's weird because 10 years ago he got in an accident. And
Did the accident turn him autistic? Is that what happened?
the accident made it so he like lost all his memory, and he was essentially a newborn child.
So you gotta listen to Illmatic for the first time again. Ill.
So I've never met anybody like that before, but it just seemed like it wasn't autism. It was just that he just didn't understand a lot of things. Like it was.
Does
Really
that
cool.
mean like he didn't know how to, like he couldn't even talk or read?
He would have been
after?
10 years old mentally if he was a newborn 10 years ago. So think about it.
Yeah, okay, I see your point, but
That's not really how
That's
brains
not
work.
exactly.
Yeah, that's not. That isn't.
And it's
yeah.
just retro.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's not, it was
Yeah,
weird.
that's just like you're forgetting things.
I would think
That's
it
maybe
means
like- it's
he
like
probably
brain development.
forgot like his family stuff, but like weird little things like reading and riding a bike.
Well, yeah,
he would
like he
know.
knows that kind of like the stuff
But-
that's like muscle memory and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like
understanding stuff
having it.
So like his
someone
perception of the
understanding
world was all
language.
different
Yeah.
and stuff like that. You could just tell. It was really cool.
Wow.
I'm like, it's bad for him, but cool just in general to see that.
What kind of loser gets that excited by a Nas album?
I've never listened to Illmatic, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
know.
you gotta listen
You've
to
never
shit.
listened to anything.
I don't listen to
Well,
anything,
anything. Was it? What was your cutoff limit for a year? Like 2010?
Yeah.
It was like 2005.
2005. It's like car
Music was
companies.
born
Yeah.
in 2005.
2005.
That's strange enough. That was when this guy was born.
That's when
again.
he was reborn. Yeah.
Was he Christian after he hit his head? Is he born again Christian after being born?
He hasn't heard of Illmatic, so he probably was homeschooled or something.
We had the like social studies 101 is Illmatic.
No, Illmatic. We talk about it all the time. Yeah, it's not so hard.
Bazaars, Illmatic, and now what happened?
So
Dude, I was-
Muslims.
What?
Whoa! You can't just start talking about Muslims.
What?
Yeah,
No,
you
you
can't. No, man. Don't
No
talk about
Muslim
Muslims.
mentions.
What was he gonna say? What were you saying?
He was gonna
No,
say,
you
"Oh yeah, some
dig-
Muslims."
Dig yourself out of this one.
Out of what?
So Muslims.
What do you want to talk about Muslims?
I didn't. What?
Fucking racist. Okay, go on, Alex. Do.
I
God,
was
fucking
going to say-
Muslim.
I wanted to talk. I was hoping Connor would be here because
Talk about Muslims.
because he's said that he's had sleep apnea before, right? Which
Oh,
is like
wait,
has he?
It's
Yeah,
like
I
it's like
thought-
it's
not
like
sleep
pre-sleepwalking.
paralysis, sleep
It's-
apnea.
He's had sleep paralysis.
Sleep
Is it?
paralysis.
Oh,
I had that
sleep
once.
paralysis.
Oh my
Sleep
god,
apnea
it's
is
scary.
like-
Sleep paralysis is the thing
different.
where
It's scary if you let it be.
because it's
scary.
in.
You gotta be in control.
That's not how that
Okay.
works.
Yes, it is.
But
It
it's
actually
like,
is how it works.
but it's
You're
like
only in
there's-
control when you're out of control.
Oh shit!
I was
like-
drifting through that sleep paralysis.
There's different ways that it can be manifest. So you could be like lying in bed and you can't sit up or move because you feel like someone's sitting on your chest or whatever. But there's another one where it feels like there's somebody in the room with you, but you can't move because you're like asleep still.
Yeah, you're like frozen, but you sense someone in your room.
Yeah, so there's stuff like that. And I had a thing where I was like going to sleep, and you know how sometimes when you're going to sleep, you like have a weird dream or you're like in that halfway state and you like kick your legs because you feel
Yeah.
like you're
I
falling.
had
Yeah, when
one.
I'm
I
going to
thought a
sleep,
dog
like-
was biting my foot. And I was like, ah!
Yeah. I had
That's
that
all the time.
except it wasn't like kicking legs because sometimes you'll get that. I was falling asleep and it felt like somebody like hit me in the face. So I was wondering like if I could have just been like asleep but my arm just decided to go like "Bleh," and, like hit me, but like strong enough that I felt it, but not strong enough to like wake me up properly because it like I felt like I got hit in the face and then I was like I'm just gonna go to sleep now and then did. But it was like, I don't know, it was really weird, so I was hoping Connor would be here because he knows more about
If it was a
sleep.
ghost.
You hoping Connor would be here so he could be like, it was me.
I mean, that would explain it. Like, Connor does that kind of shit.
Wait, so how do you know you got slapped in the face? If you didn't
No, I don't know that I got slapped in the
just
face,
felt like
but
you got
it
slapped,
felt
yeah.
like I did.
Oh,
So
okay.
the only logical thing is that either my brain was like being a goof, or I actually did hit myself in the face.
Do any
And you couldn't wake up?
Mm-mm.
Can't wake
I know, I was thinking that too.
do any of you have like stories about weird sleep things? Like
I a couple nights ago, I realized that like I don't know. Now that I'm getting older, my circulation's worse. I guess maybe that's a thing.
Wow.
Because
I
like
think, yeah, me too.
I woke up with my arm above my head. I was
Oh,
I was at my
that-
girlfriend's house like a couple nights ago, and then I lifted up my arm because like this part's not asleep, but like the rest of it was. And I was like, I can't even like feel my arm. My entire arm was asleep, and I don't know why because like, it was lateral with me. Like it wasn't like I was like holding it like this.
I don't know. If I sleep like
It was
this,
like lateral with
that
my arm.
definitely would happen.
And then
to me,
I
even
like
if my
slammed
arm's
it
like
down
that.
and like hit her, and it was bad. But
Oof.
it was an accident. I was like, I'm just gonna put my arm around her. It was really bad.
I had a nap at school.
Oh, yeah.
In the Tory building, and I slept, and I was like, the most, like you know those. I slept. I don't know how I fell asleep. You know those chairs that have like the table in front of
Yeah.
with the
you
the
pull
same
it
one.
out.
So I was like, I just found
Oh,
an empty
like
room.
any
I put one in
chair?
front of me. Yeah, no, I mean like the chairs that have the table built into it.
Oh, built in. Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So I have one of those, and Tory building is the worst, most uncomfortable place. And I have
Wait,
like,
in the lecture hall?
no, just like in one of the Tory basement rooms.
Oh.
Yeah, so I go in there and then I have like this, and then I'm gonna fall asleep. So I fell asleep. I fell asleep like on this hand. So I woke up and I fell asleep for like an hour and like hour and a half. And I woke up and I had this imprint on my watch on my face. I was like, lecture's in like 5 minutes, and I was like, oh shit. So walking to
You
lecture,
looked in the
like,
mirror, you saw it at the time, you 5 minutes!
Ah! So this huge fucking imprint on my face. So I was like, don't look at me, anybody.
So you put one on the other side of your face just to make it look like it's symmetrical.
I just need to sleep for another hour and a half. No, that was my sleepy story. Oh, there's an app that my brown friends have been using, which I find really funny.
Muslim!
It's called I'm Muslim.
What?
It's called. Where am I?
Fuck. Okay, so wait, hold on. So this app is you put in like a music lyrics and it lyricifies it to make it a song or songifies it. I don't know. So
So you put in words, you don't put in lyrics.
yeah, you put in words and then it just makes it into a song. So they can't hear it. I just want to show you guys. There's two that are really funny. So this is an example of one, and it's called Ditty.co. Ditty.co.
Wait, that's the app
That's
name.
awesome.
I could dig that. We
Yeah.
can make some.
They're all Diddy.
Diddy.co.
Is it on the Play Store?
I don't know.
We'll find out.
Diddy killed Biggie.
For this part of the podcast, we just played with the app for a while and it got kind of boring. So here's some of the stuff that we've made throughout the last couple weeks using this app.
Sun comes up at late, stuck in a dick. Till the sun comes up at late. It's better go, it's better from already. It was already. And it's me, money. Hey, money, it's me. Searching noir in the dryer. Searching noir in the dryer. Take it, my forest
Stories.
Me?
Alex?
No. This week
Ah,
went by so
sorry.
quick.
Oh yeah.
I can't even get out of here.
Are we making songs?
Oh, there
Okay.
was this one Asian lady who.
Oh
kept
shit! I think
yelling at
I
me
have one.
When I was dealing, she just kept like.
When you're
The
dealing.
worst are Asian. Yeah, Asian
Shut
ladies
up,
that yell at
you're
you.
real bad at this.
Sorry.
I can't.
Because you can't tell them, like, because they don't swear at you or anything, because they're super polite, but they'll just keep yelling at you for not giving them the right cards, or not giving them cards they want. So, like, I'll give her, like, a 13, and I have a jack up or whatever, and she'll be like, why are you giving me the card I asked for? And I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck you, like, shut up. First of all, you're distracting me from the rest of the dealing. Third of all, shut the fuck up.
Do you ever notice that?
No!
Yes!
Okay.
What did it say?
Okay, play it, I want to go.
Hold on, what were the
How do I
words
play it
again?
again?
I want to
How
open
do I
this
play
so
it
you can
again?
see it. So it almost sounds like real songs. That you're just putting
Yeah, like,
words
I'm
between
impressed.
notes. Like, so this Bellissimo son of a mama is making spicy hot pizzas. Okay, before we play them, we should say what the words are. Muslim. You have to tell. It's hard for to hear from a distance, like when
Especially when we're all laughing.
Oh, okay.
got all a bunch of comments.
That's a really good Christmas song.
It's like
Christmas.
I'm trying to think of
we
what's a
got a
good thing to
fake
say.
tree today.
You got a fake
Already?
tree?
Yeah.
That's pretty
Fall
early.
tree?
but-
Is it pretty early?
See,
Yeah,
well,
a month.
I didn't take the one
Yeah,
upstairs
it's alright.
down from last year. So.
Seriously, they're still in Christmas tree
Yeah.
up?
Well,
Oh
I
my
didn't even
God.
put it up. My old roommate was like, "Yeah, we'll put up a Christmas tree." I was like, "Okay, whatever. Do what you want." When she left it, she's like, "I don't want to move it." So I'll bring it down here for the Christmas when
Yeah.
the Christmas season comes.
We can
Also,
have a Christmas
we should do
exchange.
another Christmas gift exchange
Yeah.
because I'm gathering gifts every day. I'm like, "Oh look, a little poo on the ground," or like I put dog poo in a baggie, or like a
Damn it.
Starbucks cup.
I didn't buy that one because I didn't pick
That's
Trap
classic.
Queen, but for some reason it's picking the Black Eyed Peas.
That's awesome.
Oh, that was better than I could
How
ever
else do you
imagine.
remember that day? Because like,
I remember
I guess
pretty
because we remember, but like I
just
guess
remember people
audiences know the joke. Is that somebody
Well,
I
we've
was in our
talked about
high
it
school?
before.
Have we
But
talked
people
about
were
war
chanting
like during
all the
assembly.
time.
Oh, yeah.
It was about whether or not Canada should be in Afghanistan, and then it was like,
Yeah.
no, because war is war. And it's like,
Well, to me, war is war.
Yeah.
So,
The people in the class go,
that was a good
Wait,
joke.
when
Well,
someone in
it
class
was
starts
literally-
talking and they start with
you had
either
to
the
choose
phrase
after
"to
being
me"
presented
or
more information,
as
you
a
be on a
blank.
different side
Oh,
of
yeah.
the room, and
As
she
a
was literally the
blank.
only person left on that side.
Calvin, were you with me, Gagan, and Sam in social?
I think so.
Yeah. Did you remember the debates between Sam and that other guy?
No, I was in that, I think, because they were on. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe just.
It
I
was
know
in-
the class because you had to split on either side of the classroom, right?
No, I was in the one with you.
It was
Oh,
in,
okay,
it was
yeah,
in
that
with
had-
Kutcher.
Talking
War is
about
war.
Bad Sam?
Okay.
Crack Sam?
Good Sam.
There's no other
Yeah,
Sam.
Sam.
Oh, okay. I
Couldn't
thought,
think of
I thought we
it.
knew a guy named Sam or something.
No. Sam man.
Yeah, those social
Yeah.
class
No, I-
debates were actually really awkward.
They were
I
so
can't-
fun.
I
Just
can't remember
because it
the
was so
actual
easy.
I
to
wish you could
annoy
go back in
people.
time now,
Yeah.
actually, because I would
People take
have
it
a
so
lot more fun with
seriously.
it.
People take it so seriously, and then we had Sam and this other guy. Do you guys remember the name of that guy with the lightning sweater? He always wore lightning sweater. Do you remember him?
Flash.
Bald guy. He's like really short hair, and he was like he looked autistic.
Oh, I
I'm
saw him
trying-
at my show.
Yeah, exactly. He is
Yeah,
happy
he
shit,
lost
yeah.
all his memory. He doesn't remember you guys.
Who is this
I
guy?
forget his
I don't
name.
remember.
Bald
Always
guy
wore
with
lightning.
lightning.
Zeus? Bows in the house?
He had really short hair. He always had this lightning hoodie on. Him and this. There's this debate about women's rights in the class. I don't know. And
Was it
Sam,
Ginger?
we just get Sam to yell at people, and Sam would like in the middle of it. This guy was like trying to make a serious point, and she's like, "No, because you're a 14-year-old Dumbo or something like that." And it was amazing.
Was he 14?
No, it was like grade 11. I don't know.
Where did his ears hang low?
Yeah. What about the Dumbo?
Wait, in a debate, she actually said the phrase,
I think-
"You're a 14-year-old Dumbo."
She was like, "You're a 14-year-old something." Or something like that.
Dumbo, I like Dumbo.
But it was having her in the.
But you can't just call someone that
No,
when
I
they're
know.
not.
That's why. Because
you
you
know?
like, Kutcher was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no.
Mr. Kutcher was fun.
I'm up. I like debating.
Yeah.
I win every debate.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
You.
Done.
Yes, I
You
do.
14-year-old dumb.
Ah.
There's no
I win
I
internet
in
debates,
denial.
and that's what's important.
No one wins internet debates.
Give me a debate topic right now.
Leprosy.
And give me a side.
Muslims.
Leprosy.
Leprosy.
Yeah.
Leprosy. Okay, which
Or
side of
refugees?
refugee?
Oh, no.
Oh, my
Don't.
Okay, leprosy
Don't do it.
refugees.
Don't do it.
Okay, hold on. Quick
Wait, which
question.
one's better?
Religious extremism versus terrorism.
Okay, wait, hold on. What? Okay, then I need a side.
Which
though.
one?
side am I?
The
Hey,
thing
wait.
is, which one would you rather have, leprosy or refugees?
As long as I'm not a
About the same.
As long as I'm not a Muslim, continue, please.
Oh no.
No, I was just kidding. So
Sure,
No, no, no.
sure.
Master
Okay,
debater
wait.
right here. There we go. Here we go.
I'm what's that called? Lollygagging? Pillow paddling?
Filibustering?
Yeah.
Filibustering.
Filibuster.
Poodle woodling. Not the point. Okay, Matt. This is about whether or not black people should be allowed to be in gangs.
Versus
And you
what?
versus well, he's on the no
depends on
side.
the
weight.
You don't think black people should be in
It
gangs?
depends
I
on-
think they should.
Do I?
You
You,
do
wait,
think that.
all of them, or just they should be
Yeah,
allowed
we should
to?
have-
All of them.
Mandatory.
All
Yeah, they must all be in
Okay,
gangs.
all black people should be in a gang.
They should be placed in
You
houses
think
in
none
certain
of them
places
should be
and
in
not
a gang?
allowed in the other
No,
places.
I
Is that
think
what you're saying?
Out of
And
the
just,
two
like,
issues,
separate
I
phones.
would rather have.
Okay, so
or
our-
my position
we're-
is I would rather have no black people in
That's
gangs.
You know,
exactly what I'm telling you.
Our position is we'd rather have nobody in gangs.
Gangs are gangs,
Gangs are
guys.
gangs.
To
Yeah.
me,
Gangs is gangs.
As a mom,
gangs is gangs.
gangs are gangs.
Yeah,
This
gangs,
is the
gangs.
same.
But I'm a mother in a gang, motherfucker. I got kids.
Well, what about Gangnam Style?
Oh damn! You just flipped the
Brought
whole debate on it
Asians into it.
upside down.
Maybe
Now we're
this debate
Australian.
Australian.
This feels like Twizzle Stick, guys. I don't even know what's going on.
I just want to debate. I'm itching to debate.
You want to do a
with
serious debate?
Debates are
Actually,
really
a
fun.
serious
Serious
debate
right
Look
now.
up random.
I'm really
okay,
into fucking
random
throw
debate
some
topics.
shit.
Oh wait,
on
Kate,
debate.
what's better? Something not
Cake or pie?
horribly offensive.
Woo!
Cake
Yeah,
or
good
pie?
with that.
Cake or pie?
Okay, wait. Here's the
You
debate
did
topic.
poop diarrhea before. Oh, no, wait.
Yeah.
No,
Poop
diarrhea
and
is
vomit.
yeah.
Poop and vomit, but I'm
Poop and
ready to
puke.
bring the
And
guns.
poop
We,
one.
we
Poop
talked
one.
about the whole like
No,
you're
poop
not
one,
black
poop one,
unless
poop
your dad
one.
is black thing.
Woo!
Yes, right?
Oh, yeah.
There's a debate. Are you black?
Is Matt black?
If-
Is Matt
no,
black?
Not
Go.
even is Matt black. Are you black if your mom is black and your dad isn't?
Okay.
The answer is yes, but
We'll debate it.
yeah, right.
Okay,
Play some
wait.
devil's advocate
Should we have
here.
coach sides?
Yeah, I feel like we should.
Okay,
Yeah.
Alex can moderate because he's
we're
worried
yes,
about
you're black
offensiveness.
because it's the
Yeah.
right answer and we're easier. It's
Okay,
easier
well
to do.
that's
So if they say he is black, we say we're not. He's
okay.
not?
I guess we have to take the wrong side. Yeah, no. Okay, here's why: women aren't people, and therefore
Yeah,
it doesn't
dude.
count.
Yeah, what? Are you black? Your dad has
But
sex with a
women-
goat.
women's
And
have-
then
women-
suddenly
There you go.
you're
Yeah.
black?
Whoa,
Oh, yeah,
whoa,
of
whoa.
course.
Why you
Women
always have
have
sex with
muscles.
goats?
Goat.
Oh,
You,
yeah.
you
To me,
said
goats is goats.
you said women
Alright?
aren't. You said women are people, but they have pee holes. Women have pee holes, and you know what? They distinguish between a mammal and a monster.
Women do not.
People-
How many
people-
holes do you
people-
have?
You're also
got?
people-
Whoa, whoa! While this couch is speaking, you guys shush.
Yeah.
That's how
No.
debates work.
No,
Yeah,
that's not how they work. You know how debates work.
Whoever is louder is more
Yeah,
right.
that's right.
Yeah.
It's true fact.
Confirmed.
So where you got the women's not being people? Where's your stepping stone to? What's that stepping to?
What do you mean? Why do they have to step anywhere?
What is that?
Are you trying to step? Are you trying to
They're
step?
not taking
Oh,
pee.
my walkway?
Uh,
That's what I thought.
Women can't step.
See, yeah, he's.
That's
come
horribly
to our side.
sexist. That's disgusting.
Oh, wait. Yeah,
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah.
Since they
Whatever he
can't-
says is right.
Rewind the
Can't
cast.
step.
Rewind.
Yeah.
Instead of being ableist like that, we should let them be black.
Okay,
They can be black. They just
Did
can't
you
create
know
black
that
kids.
there are no Applebee's in Edmonton?
Okay,
I
can
think
we
that-
agree that there is
There's
Applebee's in
That's not
Edmonton?
true.
There aren't.
Give me a
There's
B.
no
Give me an
There
apple.
was one
very
over Excess
recently.
Cargo.
Calgary Trail's
No,
got
no
one.
more anymore. Yeah.
Oh, there was an
Hold on.
Applebee's with excess cargo wear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Excess Cargo's closed too.
yeah,
That's
No,
or there's
Applebee's.
another one. There's another one close to that.
excess
the
cargo
one.
was a bad place. I went there
It wasn't
once.
bad. I like
Like
that.
I went there to buy like they.
As long as
they-
you do informed shopping, it's not bad.
I know, but that's the thing. I went there when I was like
You're
12, and I
you're
bought like a
gullible.
$5 Xbox game. I was like, dude, I'm so hyped to purchase my first Xbox game because I have so
What was the
little
game?
money, and I want to buy this. It's $5. It was Pariah, and it was so
Oh,
bad.
no!
It was such an awful game. It was a bad,
Okay,
bad game.
I have a valid point here. There's a difference between black people in the U.S. and black people in Canada, and that
Yeah,
is
well,
why
some of them are up here.
Some
No,
of them are
that
down
is
there.
why
Some are
Matt
upside down.
But
is
where are
not
the black women in your
because,
equation?
Matt, you are in Canada. You're a Canadian citizen.
But
You're
he was
not
born
black
in the US.
because black people around here are all very nice people,
Listen, go back.
And
go
you're
back,
not nice.
and you're not nice.
What is
And
it black?
that's why you are not black.
Yeah.
What is a black person?
But I'm,
What is
I'm,
a nice
I'm
person?
U.S. black.
Oh, that's-
though.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you're
but
in
you're
Canada.
not US.
Feel free to
So-
go.
Wait.
Baited.
So, wait. Are you saying that you're saying U.S. people, U.S. black people aren't nice?
I'm not even touching on that. I'm
You
just talking
said-
about Canadian
why
ones.
did you have to distinguish
I'm saying
Canada and the
Canadian
U.S.
ones
then?
Right, but then how does
But
this
you
have to do
said-
with my mother?
because they're different countries.
What is that?
You know,
Yeah,
that-
but
that-
you. Why is the
Are
U.S.
you telling us
black?
they're the same?
I'm telling
Are
you
they
that,
the
that everybody's the same.
Everybody's the same?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All lives matter,
Yeah, show me
Robin.
your people. I'll show you my people.
Hey, let's bring up people.
People.
together.
Hey,
Hey,
super
hey,
pizza
people.
prize!
People.
It's bellissimo!
Yeah.
What's going on? This is the dumbest podcast we've ever made.
Yeah,
We couldn't come up with a very good
Definitely
debate.
up
This is
there.
so derailed.
This is so
It's
bad.
definitely up there.
What's an actual topic we can debate?
Let's
Alex?
release this uncut and see if anyone can.
Alex,
Yeah, well.
you need to give us a real debate. Something that's not about black people.
And
or
something that we're actually
Because
we
black
know
people
about.
don't exist.
something,
They aren't
debate
real.
something that
something we're
doesn't exist.
actually passionate about. You know?
Oh, you're not passionate about black people?
No, I'm not. Muslims, though. I was
Okay,
offended them
here's a
to
good one.
death.
Here's a good one. Is Boston pizza good?
Yes.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's
Yeah.
okay.
Moving on. Okay,
Yeah,
next.
I've been
Okay,
so
are you
many
the
times
next
recently
one?
who were like Boston pizza sucks. I was like, shut your fucking mouth.
This could be a good game. Someone just throws out a question, we just answer it. It's just a
decide-
dumb.
But then if someone disagrees, we have to make that person. The majority has to agree.
Was
What's better,
McDonald's
fantasy
going
or
down?
sci-fi?
What?
Wait, what?
Do yours
They
first.
both suck.
Is McDonald's going down?
Have you given it enough drink?
Yes, McDonald's is going down.
Well, as like a food service or as like
Well, I don't know. You can
Not like the company stuff.
Well, their
but like
pricing
they're getting
is going
worse,
up, so
you
they're
know?
now evening
Yeah, I
out
think-
with more. There's more now. There's more technically selection.
But
at the
I
same
think
price
they,
point.
in their minds, think that they're getting getting better.
They're more expensive and they're equally good.
Because they're
as
equal
they
to-
used to be. So.
They're really
So
good.
they get
Yeah,
worse.
they've been able to maintain it, and they have like automated service now.
Like before, they were equally good but lower priced. Now everything's just at the same price point, so it's all just evening out.
Yeah,
I
they're
think-
expensive now. They suck.
Now I'll just go to Wendy's. Like fuck, I don't care. It's
Wendy's,
Wendy's
man.
is better.
Do we all like Wendy's? Callan?
Yeah,
Wendy's
is
brew!
great.
Yeah, Wendy's good.
automated service.
I've recently been into Burger King though. I really like Burger King.
You're never gonna
Burger-
have
yeah,
automated
dude, ever
service.
since they've been like giving away cheap like chicken sandwiches and chicken
Yeah,
nuggets,
it's
I
super
was
fried
chicken
chicken sandwiches.
nuggets.
I've eaten like 10 of those chicken sandwiches this week.
Okay, but you guys know
And I lost
McDonald's.
5 pounds.
McDonald's
I'm
has the
broke.
touch screens, right? They're like, if you go walk in, they're like, okay.
They're
go to
so
touch screen.
slow. I
But
fucking
listen,
Yeah, they're
listen,
terrible.
you always are gonna have someone hired to go. Okay, can you just come to the touch screens and order here? Because everyone's just gonna go to the register. So they're like, come, and then you get the old person on the touch screen like. And then you have to have a person come over here that works for the company to show you how to order on the fucking touchscreen to this 80-year-old person. So really, what I'm
So yeah,
trying to say
McDonald's
is that
sucks.
get-
wait for everybody
You
to
should
die.
get touchscreens at Starbucks.
Old people
Remember,
do
there'll be some
ruin
person
things
comes in
like
and is
that.
like, I don't see the cotton candy frappuccino on here.
Oh man, fuck.
Where's the secret menu? Why is it not on the touch
You gotta jump out. You gotta jump.
Do you have any
through a
grilled
window.
cheese?
Yeah.
It's 8 p.m. You don't have any grilled cheese?
I need fucking grilled cheese. I'm hanging up and drive.
Alright, here's a question. Do I look like a giraffe?
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that photo that someone
Not
found
really,
of
no.
some
No,
muscular
thanks. More like
blonde
a-
guy that
more
looked
like a-
exactly
Yeah, that's
like
really
Robin?
cool.
Like
I gotta
that
send
photo
another one of
looks
those,
just
too.
like
That dude
him.
looks smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a chain.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he looks like you.
Dude, if I look like him, I'd be
Remember
wearing a
that.
chain all
fucking
day. I actually just bought one, so now I'm gonna work out a little bit, and
Like
then
just
that's
the
the goal.
You
so
just
that
have to
I can wear
carry
the
the chain around, and that's working out enough.
You know, you
That
should
was a
get.
huge
I think you should
fucking
get a Q-ray bracelet.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, that'll be faster, smarter, and more chain.
More
worthy.
efficient.
chain. Chain gang.
Chains.
Chain.
Chain.
How about this? Q-ray bracelets in or over there?
Why
No,
don't we know
we
what they
believe
Oh,
Yeah,
are?
right
over
here.
here. Yeah, right here.
No, they're just pointless little metal bracelets that people
Whoa,
say
whoa, whoa.
the
Whoa.
rays radiate
Whoa,
into
whoa,
and like
don't tell that to
top level
certain
athletes.
people.
I've
They're
had,
placebos.
for some information, I've had an Olympic athlete on TV tell me that the Q-ray bracelet helped them achieve an Olympic gold medal.
That's true.
Whoa.
Apparently, melatonin is like totally
Curing.
like not real. I mean, it's real in the sense that it
It's
exists,
real, yeah.
but like supplements for melatonin
Aliens,
are
aliens,
they don't do it.
aliens.
I can see
Like they're
placebo.
placebo.
With
yeah,
something
they're
like
placebo.
sleep, placebos could work wonders
Super
just for
important,
other
Yeah,
people.
it's totally placebo.
So it's all in your head.
Ooh, dumb customer of the week. Guy came in today with like a little pint of paint. I was like, hey, could you split this into 3 parts and tint each part to each of these colors?
That's annoying.
I'm like, no, that's not how paint works. I don't think you understand.
I mean, that is how paint works, but it just
You could do
annoying.
that theoretically.
But he wanted specific colors. Like he pulled out colors from our.
Yeah,
our,
I guess
like,
that'd be
wall.
really
or
tough.
to use the
It was like,
color.
and
Yeah, you'd have to
Can't
start
just,
with
like
like,
first of all,
white
I would have
Yeah.
to evenly divide it into thirds, then
that's
evenly
not
divide the
cool.
formula into thirds, and both of the like
I see.
evenly dividing the paint's super hard because like stuff sticks to the edge of the can and it's such a small amount that it wouldn't matter and like it's just like you're not gonna get the right color. And he's like, "Are you sure? Because Benjamin Moore could do this." I'm like, no paint can do. I don't think you understand how paint
Yeah,
works.
they go there.
Yeah.
Like, go there, like go to Benjamin Moore. People actually do that. Like they'll come up to us and be like, "Oh man, it's like $24 for a gallon of paint.
Yep.
Fucking Cloverdale will give me for 18." It's like
Yeah.
making them go to Cloverdale.
Yeah, people always complain about liquor prices
Let
too.
them
Like
lose
that.
money.
It's like
Like, I don't
it's literally
to be
across
fair,
the street.
liquor's
Go
hella
fucking there.
expensive.
Yeah. But it's like the price is the price. Don't just whine about
Yeah,
it.
it's
Say
like,
somewhere else
what
is
do you want
cheaper.
from
It's
me?
like, okay,
It's
well,
like,
go
it's like
there.
talk to your sales rep. Oh, I don't have a sales rep. Well, then you fucked up. Get a sales rep. Like,
What was I gonna say? There's an idiot at a paint store. I went in to get some paint once, and I was just gonna get a mist tint.
Sorry.
So I'm just like,
Yeah,
yeah.
mist tint.
You wanted to divide into 3.
Yeah, so I was
Idiot
just like,
wouldn't-
I just said basically, give me any mist tint because they're like way cheaper. And
They're
I
so
said,
cheap,
I don't
like
care
$5.
what color. And then he's like, okay, here, and what's it for? And I said, it's for my deck. It's outside, or my my steps. And he goes, oh, okay. Then he goes, this is the right one. And I looked at him like, this is interior paint. And he goes, oh, yeah, you can't use that. And I was like, okay, do you have exterior? And he looks and he goes, no. Okay, and then I said, fine, I'll just take the interior. He's like, you're not going to want the interior. I'm like, why? Is it not going to last as long? He's like, first rainfall, all gone.
oh yeah,
I was like, what? It's not true. I'm like,
it is very true.
no, they're not washable markers. Like,
yeah, it's like you don't
paint.
spill water on your
Yeah.
wall in your house.
No,
and
it
suddenly
won't
it's
be
like,
all gone, but it'll be severely damaged. Like water damage will fuck it up.
Okay, so I painted it with interior paint, and also my friend who works at the store was like, "Yeah, that guy's an idiot. Don't listen to anything he says." And so then I painted them. They're fine. Like,
And it's been pretty.
I mean, it won't
snowy.
last
Snowy.
nearly
It's
as
really
long. That's
yeah,
the thing. Like,
but that's because it was like
Yeah,
$5
it won't
for a
get
gallon.
fucked up after once, but I'm sure. It
yeah,
will.
like
Yeah,
it'll get
so-
fucked up. Like I remember there's
like
one person.
next spring it'll probably look.
These 2 people came in and they were like,
worse than it
"Hey,
would.
so this paint isn't working." They brought in some exterior paint, and I was like, "Okay, what's wrong with it?" They're like, "Okay, it's peeling off. Like it's like bubbling, and like it's just coming off. Like whenever we step on it, it comes off on our shoes and shit like that." And I said, well, "Like, did you paint it like a day before it rained? Because like that might be a thing." And they're like, "No, like we painted it like a week before it rained. The wood was dry, everything like that." I was like, the wood was dry, like your deck. They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, that's not deck paint. That's siding paint. Like that's not meant to stand up to foot traffic. They're like, well, we painted our deck with it before and it worked fine. And I found out that they just went into a store and bought a random exterior paint and painted their fresh deck with it. So of course it lasted because it soaked into the wood and you wouldn't notice the difference. When you repaint it, that stuff has nothing to grab onto anymore. It's already been taken by all the paint that was there before. So of course it's gonna rub right off. Silly people.
Fucking duh.
Everyone knows everything about paint.
No,
They're
no,
idiots
it's
for
not.
not
It's
knowing
not so
paint.
much like they don't know paint. It's more like I wish they would ask questions. Like so many customers.
Someone came in and asked for an eggshell, and I was like, idiot. Eggshell is this. Okay.
What is eggshell?
Correct.
What is
This
eggshell?
is
Tell me.
latex eggshell. And all the idiots get latex eggshell. You gotta get latex
fucking idiot.
super ultra
I
pure.
had a guy. I was
smooth.
finger painting my deck. And I walk into the guy.
Idiot.
You fucking. What do you think I am? An eggshell? Fuck you.
An
man.
eggshell.
It's the most son of a mama.
It's
like, yo, we're gonna paint a pizza.
You gotta paint it with yolk, not the shell, you dumb idiot. Everyone knows about paint.
pepperoni paint.
I know about paint, you don't, you stupid.
Get out of here.
That's
Get out
exactly
of
what I sound like at work.
Get
out of here.
Very accurate.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
What's better, Goosebumps or Alone in the Dark?
Goosebumps, because I don't know how to live on there.
Yeah, Goosebumps.
Booze Gumps.
I remember I read one Goosebumps book and it sucked.
Dude, the Goosebumps books are like the worst.
The only
They're
reason
bad.
They're
good.
for children.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't
also
know.
the only reason
There
they're known
could
is
be
because there's no
children's books that aren't
competition.
bad. Those ones are
Like-
literally just like, hey, this is the first draft. Boom, here you go.
Yeah, no, Goosebumps
Every
books are
chapter
fucking
ends
trash.
with a
Even as a
fucking, like-
kid, they're like, this isn't scary,
Fear
this
Street
is
stuff
trash.
wasn't half
but-
bad.
Plus, no one who wrote Alone in the Dark or whatever.
I think
the
Alone
show.
in the
No one
Dark
has
is a
any
TV
idea.
show, yeah,
it's just
I
like
know.
whatever. Everyone knows who R.L.
Wait,
Stein
Alone in
is.
the Dark.
That's because, like,
Are you sure you're not thinking of
good
something
marketing.
else? Because
R.L.
Alone in the Dark
Stein's
was
dope.
like a video game series in the 90s.
I'm pretty sure it was a TV show.
Are you afraid of the dark?
Are you afraid?
Are you afraid of the dark?
That was a
Yeah.
movie.
I don't fucking know.
Whatever it
won't
is,
care.
it's dumb.
In
Shout
any
out
event,
to
also,
Goosebumps.
R.L. Stein probably didn't write all of his books because if you go look, the list
Francis
of
Bacon
Goosebumps
did
books
it.
are absolutely ridiculous. There's
There's
no
hundreds.
way he definitely had ghostwriters.
Oh, now that's even scarier.
That's a conspiracy
Well, 'cause they know the
theory
real
that
Will
I
get
his
will-
ass.
I will defend that to the death. He did not write every Goosebumps book.
Call him RL.
Damn.
Fuck RL, man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay,
That's
said-
right, come at
cut
me,
it out,
RL.
cut it out.
I don't know. I read his like biography or whatever, and
He wrote it.
did
Honestly, you could whip up one of those books
I'm really
in a day.
interested in what R.L. Stein.
I was fucking like 11 and the book looked cool. It had like a hologram on it. It was dope.
Dude, was his biography called RL IRL?
I wish. That'd be so cool. But it said that he wrote like a book every week for the first year, and then like only 30 of those got
Those
published.
books could be slapped together that
Yeah.
fast, honestly. They're like 50 pages, big text, and
Dude,
their
it's really
first draft.
it's really funny
Easy.
too how like every chapter it ends with like and then something jumped out of the bushes and then the next chapter was like
No, it was
nothing.
Turns out
usually
it
it
was
was just like her friend.
It was the dog or
Jim
the friend,
Jami,
yeah.
her friend
Mhm.
Jami.
Also, I just listened to a podcast where they like read one of them, and apparently it's just like a thing where friends chapters end with like, oh my god, Jimmy's dead, and then the next chapter opens with like, haha, it's just a prank, guys. I think that's where like
That's where it all began.
Prank it began with
These people
Ghostbumps.
unconsciously were influenced by like all
Yeah.
the Goosebumps books they read when they were kids.
The great artist.
I'm gonna bring this up. I
I
think we
remember
might have
that
talked about this in the
specifically, like
podcast
from
before.
certain books.
But a similar thing when we were reading the Darren Chan series in like the 11th book or something like the 9th book or whatever. There's this entire chapter of like
Oh, yeah,
them
yeah.
getting their asses.
Yes, we talked
saved.
about this.
Yeah,
Everyone
and then-
dies.
And then it's
and
like,
it's
but
like-
that didn't happen.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, that's also the plot of Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I haven't seen Breaking Dawn.
Wait,
hilarious.
just the book or the movie?
Both, I would think.
Maybe.
Just speaking
Oh yeah,
of,
you told us about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Darren Shan, I never read any of these books, but the only thing I know about it was a friend of mine had one of his books in class in grade 8, and we had this sub who came in named Mr. Sanchez, who was
Oh,
like,
God.
he's from Mexico, and like his English was a little shaky, but like not too bad. And he just got really mad one day because we were
He's a
goofing
crazy
around,
person, right?
and so he picks up this book and he's like, "And you're just reading, you're not paying attention, you're reading." And then he like looks at it, he's like, "It's Blood Beast." Why are you reading Blood Beast? If I brought your parents here and told them you were reading Blood Beast, what would they say? Blood Beast. And he's like, why are you talking? Go outside. And like, Blood Beast.
That's book number
Always
5 of the
remember
Demon
Blood
Eye
Beast.
series.
Blood Beast.
Dude,
Literally,
email
that book-
address.
That book's
Beast 94.
Pull up Beast 94.
Like,
email address of
like those
Kyle.
books were like just unnecessarily brutal because they just wanted to be. Like it was still technically like kids fucking horror or whatever. But like the first chapter of that book, someone gets like eggs laid in his eyes by a scorpion demon.
Yeah, no, it was really it was really edgy.
It was trying too hard. Like, this is the thing.
No, it's for kids, so whatever.
Kids who
It was
want
supposed to be like
blood,
young
gore.
adult, though.
Yeah.
I thought too.
Well, I mean, well, I say kids,
Which
and, like
means
the
it's
They
dumb.
actually did have
early
he
teens
did
kinda
write an actual
shit.
adult series, and it was actually pretty brutal. Like someone got their face bashed in with a shovel. It was cool.
Didn't that loser write his own name as like the protagonist?
Yep, Darren.
Yeah, that's
Saga
very-
Darren Chen is
very
his vampire
dumb.
series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's quite stupid.
But it's like meta because at the end the protagonist like goes
Becomes
back
a
and is normal and then writes about it. So
Yeah.
it's like, whoa, it really happened, man.
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's dumb and bad. But
The ending was
was
dumb.
he the Blood
ending
Beast?
was stupid.
The Blood
No, that's a
Beast.
totally
the
different
Blood-
series.
The Blood Beast
All
was in
different
you
series.
the whole time.
The Blood Beast series ended stupid too.
Yeah.
Mostly because I finished two
Shocking.
book
what the fuck
series.
is Blood Beast?
Blood
I'm
Beast?
sorry.
What are you talking? Go outside. What would I say? Brian Parents here. You're asking about Blood Beast.
It's just it's the Demon Eyes series, so it's just always about demons and shit. I actually forget what the plot of that one was.
There was no plot. It was just
There were plot. The thing is, I finished two books series around the same time. It was the Keys to the Kingdom and the Demon Eyes series, and they both ended the exact same way. The world ends, and the protagonist has to make the world again.
I think I remember Keys to the whatever.
Keys
thingy.
to the Kingdom, like Mr.
Yeah.
Monday, Grim Tuesday.
I don't remember it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I do.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's like Days of the Week shit.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so good. It's such a good series.
I love those.
I remember the first ones were good, and then I don't remember anything.
I think,
so.
like, the thing is, it would have been less disappointing at the end if I had only finished one of the series and then left the other one, because they both ended the same way. They were both like, okay, there's nothing now. Okay, you're all super powerful gods, now just fucking make everything again.
What were those called? Those books?
Which ones?
Keys.
Keys to the Kingdom.
Keys to the Kingdom. Do you guys remember Keys to the VIP, the TV show?
Yeah, man. The club and they had to get girls' number. Oh.
Yeah, it was all
Oh,
about like
yeah,
games to
I
get
was
girls
watching
numbers
that
and clubs
actually.
and stuff. And I was like watched it and laughed at it as a kid. And then I actually remembered a few of the techniques. And then I thought, oh, I could try that now. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to try those because I'm not a huge asshole.
Did any of them work?
They worked on the TV show, and I'm assuming I think it was probably totally real, because why would they bother faking that? You know, like it'd be really easy to make that show real.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I don't know. It probably works, but it's like anything works in the club.
Tell me one. Tell me
Yeah,
one
if
that
you
you
know,
know
if
about.
there's a good vibe going on in the club.
I want
Like,
techniques to
stand
make
on
my
my
club
hand.
game
Wait, techniques that I've done or techniques
that
on the
they've
show?
used on the show.
Both.
Yeah.
I want to know.
I want to know
what
both.
techniques
Yeah,
you've done.
actually.
No, we'll guess which one it is. You tell
Oh,
us.
okay, yeah.
Because my technique is, bitch, I don't want your number, and then she gives me your number anyway.
What? That's
Well,
a terrible.
you hit her
technique.
before.
It's not a good technique.
Yeah.
I don't want it to work. I want them to go away, but they don't.
The only one I can remember really specifically was because there were 4 guys on the show, right? And it was so funny because they like deliberately made each like a character. So there was like the big muscular black guy, and it's like, this is the sporty guy. He just uses his looks and charm. And then there was the sly guy who was like a smaller black guy still, and he's just like, he uses guile and cleverness. And then there's the white guy with a beard, and he's like, he's the tactician. He knows exactly what to say and when. And then there's some other loser who I don't remember, probably the funny guy or something like that. But the what was he? The smooth guy, the kind of mysterious magic man. His technique was, you go up to a girl, tell her, you remind me a lot of my girlfriend. They dance for a while, and he's like, I'm just kidding. I don't actually have a girlfriend. I just wanted to talk to you. And then she'll just be like, aw, when in reality it's just like, what?
It's so
That's a
creepy.
terrible line.
It's like
That's just creepy.
Yeah, it's just dumb, right?
What about like you remind me of my future girlfriend?
That's cheesy. It's not creepy, but it's.
I'm
It's like
in
that.
time- yeah.
That's like
But
that
no, if
dumb
you do
joke
that,
about
though.
this magic watch or whatever.
Yeah, if
It's
you do
like,
that, it's
oh,
better.
Like, do that, it really works.
but this magic watch says you have no panties on, and she's like, I do have panties on. You're like, oh, it must be 10 minutes fast.
Damn. And then you have like another watch. What does this watch say? You're gonna hit me.
This watch says, oh no, your dog died. 10 minutes ago.
16 years too
Choked
early.
on panties.
She has a new buff dog.
Oh, ew.
So what are some techniques you've applied?
Let's end the podcast.
Okay, well, I want to hear
Tell me your
him.
technique.
I want to hear him after.
I'll,
cut him
I'll
out.
tell you after the podcast.
I'll cut him out. Don't worry.
What
Why not
happened
during the
yesterday?
podcast?
No, I'm not
Hold on,
risking that.
before you end, debate. One last debate. Do you think that the monkey from Most Valuable Primate is dead?
Yes.
Oh, I sure hope not.
What year did it come out?
I don't even know what the
2000.
fuck that
He's
is.
alive.
Yeah.
Alive.
Yeah.
But
alive.
no, he's
not.
alive.
They probably
Alive.
used 4
That
or 5
dentist is
different.
probably
They
alive.
went through 4 or
Alive.
5 months.
Plus, he's
in
a
that
chimp.
movie.
He's a
Alive.
chimp.
He was killed by a
Well,
dentist.
whatever.
Oh,
He
the
was
fucking
killed by a
lion.
dentist.
He got so extreme at the end, though. Like, I don't know. He was the most extreme of all primates.
MXP.
He's not extreme.
Yeah, like, he was
He's gotta go down.
Why didn't they do an Air Bud MXP crossover?
Oh my god, dude, that was
And
the
bring
time-
Beethoven in,
Air
too.
Bud, actually, the early 2000s was like when Air Bud was like not really a thing anymore.
Air
I guess it was like
Bud.
later 2000s,
Well, no, I
actually.
think-
I want
like
like a
90s
Marley
was
to
when
go
it was a big
MVP.
thing.
Yeah,
Like, I want that.
There was like-
MVP and me. It's just like
MVP.
He's so adorable. His fucking half pipe. Like,
Just like
because there's like a
kicking
break
ass at
between
hockey.
when Air
Yeah.
Bud was a thing and like Air Buddies. There was like a couple years of downtime.
Oh, it's
No, I thought like they just
Remember
like the
that-
first
was it
3
the
Air Bud
Beverly Hills
movies, and then
Chihuahua?
after
Did
that
anyone
it was
see
like
that?
straight to VHS from then on.
Probably
Like every
most
couple
extreme
years.
Chihuahua.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua.
Most
I can't believe that was actually a thing.
Yeah, never saw it.
most extreme elimination.
Do you guys remember? Hang on, one more thing. Do you guys remember when the Taco Bell Chihuahua died?
Yeah, actually, I do. Yeah.
I remember where I was
Yeah.
when the Taco Bell
Do you
Chihuahua
remember
came
where
out.
you were?
Everything.
Wait, I
You
thought
got-
that was
wait.
a thing before we were like born.
What are those moments in your
No.
life that you remember? Because one of them was like 9/11. I remember where I
Yeah, I
was.
remember.
I remember.
Michael Jackson's death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I
weirdly,
remember
yeah.
that.
Michael Jackson's death.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I do remember.
I
when
was
it
in
came out.
Zellers buying like random clothes and shit or shoes or
Michael,
something.
no.
And then you
And I heard it on the
reached
radio.
over and grabbed your white glove and you were like, "I'm buying this."
Do you remember when the Zoom Zoom kid died from Mazda? They always had those commercials,
They keep going,
because
zoom,
now they
zoom.
just go Zoom Zoom. But like, I think it was a kid in a suit. I don't really remember him well, and he'd kind of stand at the and he goes Zoom Zoom, or something. I think that's kind of how he said it.
How did
And then
this
I'm
work?
pretty
He's
sure
like, why'd he
he
die?
died, and I think the hoax or the rumor, like kind of joke, was that it was in a car crash because his Mazda was all like messed up. I don't think that was true, but I'm pretty sure he died. But you guys don't remember the Zoom Zoom kid?
I
I just
remember.
remember.
Never forget.
Yeah, wasn't he him like whispering like zoom zoom?
Maybe they still have this Zoom Zoom.
Yeah.
But they also had a song that was like Zoom Zoom Zoom.
I remember
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I just know that like whenever there's like someone famous who dies, it's like I wake up in the morning, I look at my Facebook, I go, "Oh fucking Christ!"
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't
Every
remember
single
Robin
week,
Williams.
like-
I don't remember where I was.
Yeah, every time
That was
find out somebody
I was here
famous
when I
dies,
found
Probably in the
I
basement.
wake up,
Spam.
grab a Russian, put a little.
No,
thing
we
in
found
front.
out at the same time. We were in your living room. I remember
Oh,
in like
okay.
this area when we found out Robin Williams died. We were talking about that.
Okay, bye.
Yeah,
See ya.
We'll be better next week.
Peace,
Well,
Groot.
well,
We
probably not.
can't be worse.